About that time, about to head in. Yo, Jesus Christ, talk to me tonight. Hey, my bad for that video yesterday, man. I think I messed around and pressed the wrong button. And it muted the whole video. Kind of blew me a little bit. But anyway, the video is pretty much about self-accountability and watching who you take advice from. Because some people, I'm starting to realize some people really don't have your best interest and they really don't want you to do better than them. So they will give you the wrong advice on purpose because that's how they move. And they probably done messed up with somebody that was really solid to them. So they want you to make the same mistake pretty much. So y'all can be in the same boat and they can tell you they told you like they was right. But whole time these people, they not going to be there for you like that person was there for you. Good and bad, you know what I mean? And when you in a dark place, it's easy to listen to outside influences pretty much. And you start thinking all type of ways. You kind of have like a scatterbrain about what's going on because, like I said, you hurt. You in a dark place. You know what I mean? And they know that they might be benefiting off you at that point in time. So of course they gonna tell you what you want to hear. You know what I mean? As long as it's not interfering with what y'all got going on, even though y'all probably ain't got shit going on. You know what I mean? They just benefiting off you. You know what I mean? Some people like to see you hurt. You know what I mean? But you just have to be careful who you take advice from. It don't matter whether it's like YouTubers or like people in your actual circle. You see what I'm saying? Because oftentimes these people on YouTube, they getting paid to tell you what you want to hear. You know what I mean? They get paid for this. The likes, the views, you know what I'm saying? Your support. You know what I mean? But what they not telling you is sometimes you got to hold yourself accountable for what you are offering people and how you moving out here. You see what I'm saying? It be some of y'all out here that be like sending confusion or mixed signals or like y'all be kind of moving a little funny for your personal reasons. And then you got other videos that I watched that where it was guys talking about the whole alpha male thing, then this female saying picking a spouse is like picking a pair of shoes, no matter how good he is to you and all type of stuff, right? But what they not telling you is when you living your life like that and you not really serious, then it's not really gonna get you nowhere. You know what I mean? Because like think about it. Y'all be real life getting solid people, real good people that's actually good to you. You see what I'm saying? That's willing to adapt and everything. They be investing their time, their money, their energy, their effort. People be putting their hearts into this shit, and then y'all abuse that soft spot until they don't have it no more. Then you want to say, "Oh, niggas ain't this and females ain't that," but really, in reality, it's your poor choice in character. You know what I mean? That was your choice to pick somebody that wasn't taking you serious or a person that was taking you serious. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all be seeking more attention. You see what I'm saying? Niggas be having solid females, and just because she been his girlfriend for over 10, 11 years and she ready to get married and take that step further, she becomes the problem. And of course, the niggas he hang with gonna convince him to break up with and all the other shit. But them might be the same niggas that try to double back and then try to backdoor him, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't convince you to lose that. You know what I mean? Like people be snakes out here, man. And when you in the dark place, you heard about something, man, it's easy to take in negative influences. You know what I mean? It's people out here that got parents that be hating on them for some of the best decisions that they made that they didn't make when they was younger. So they'll water your shit down. You see what I'm saying? And people act like they don't see that, you know? And it can't be like that because sometimes you think about the history, who that person is to you and all that other stuff. Some of y'all, like I said, be on YouTube videos, and just because you're a fan of that person's work and all that other stuff, you listen to every single thing that they say. Picking a spouse is not like picking a pair of shoes. You see what I'm saying? Being an alpha male is not neglecting her feelings. You see what I'm saying? Because it takes two to make something work. You know what I mean? You have to do what's best for you. You can't listen to what another person talking about what you should do with your life, because y'all coming across these people that's actually trying to build you, that's actually trying to take you serious, and then y'all neglecting them. You just getting what you want out of them just for you to go pick another motherfucker that's not gonna take you serious. And then you wonder why it's not working out, because you didn't take time to heal. You didn't take time out for yourself. You always got all these other people around. You see what I'm saying? You like this and that person. You like this quality in that person, but you can't see that this person is giving almost all of these qualities to you. You see what I'm saying? They're giving you every possible thing that you can think of so y'all can build a solid foundation, and your craving for more attention is what's fucking you up. You see what I'm saying? If you out here moving a certain type of way, you can't expect a certain type of life. You know what I mean? Especially if you desire to be married and all that other shit. You know what I mean? You have to be willing. It's going to take forgiveness, compassion. You have to communicate effectively. You see what I'm saying? You can't water down the next person's feelings, and you cannot expect a person to sit around and be your bench warmer. Most of y'all be wanting the title of companionship, but be wanting relationship benefits. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna give up your milk for free, but you gonna convince this person to give up their milk for free just for you to go to somebody else that ain't gave you shit. You feel me? And you have to have a vice versa mindset when it comes to this type of stuff. You can't be listening to all of these videos, listening to all these YouTube videos and all this other stuff, because most of this stuff is coming from broken people. And it be sometimes pastors on there that be saying all of these good qualities is the bare minimum and all type of stuff, you know what I mean? And they really don't be living a life like that. They really didn't pick their mate based off these expectations. You see what I'm saying? So they're getting you to set this unrealistic expectation. You see what I'm saying? And they getting, like I said, they getting paid for this. And even if it's people in your circle, they don't want to see you do good. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You gotta sit down and think what's best for you. You know what I mean? Take the time out to get to know God and know yourself and really listen to people. You see what I'm saying? Because the minute you start thinking that you are the only prize, that is where you fucked up at. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just be totally honest. I didn't have a nigga tell me like he had fucked over this girl for over 10 years, and you know what I'm saying? But he was able to hold himself accountable and realize that he wanted more attention. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the hoes out here with sundresses and all that other shit. But she gave this man possibly everything he needed to build something. You know what I mean? Y'all be willing to fall out with people over the smallest stuff. You know what I mean? But then when it's a person that's really dogging you out and not taking you serious, you want to say niggas ain't this and that, but you wasn't trying to build with the person that was really taking you serious. You know what I mean? So it's nobody's fault. That is your poor choice in character. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you need to find out why you are attracted to that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because you are not always the victim all the time, man. If you have a victim mindset, you would never grow. Some people would never hold themselves accountable for nothing. A person could be totally right and have their point of view, and they would never apologize. They would never hold themselves accountable. Those are just the people you just can't mess with, man. You know what I mean? Build people that's actually trying to build with you. You know what I mean? Because that shit is hard to find. Looks fade, and all this material shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like having an actual solid person that's actually trying to understand you and all of that other shit. That's something money cannot buy. And not everybody have that quality. You know what I mean? So you gotta think smart. Think smarter than the average person. You know what I mean? Picking a spouse is not like picking a pair of shoes. You see what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to so-called feel the spark, the butterflies, all that shit at the beginning. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something new. But if you simply have a person that's still solid after years and years and years, they still the same person. They still fucking with you the same, no matter how many times you disappointed them. That should tell you something. You know what I mean? They really serious about you. They really love you. That don't make them desperate. That's not a red flag because they fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that they need you. That doesn't make them weak or none of that bullshit they trying to sell y'all. You see what I'm saying? And too many people, y'all just be listening to that shit. And y'all be listening to people that's out here moving totally wrong until some shit go down with you and that person. Then you see it, damn, that person ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You got to hold yourself accountable and stop listening to anything. You know what I mean? Because people don't really got your back. They ain't going to have your back like that person did. You know what I mean? You can't expect a person to sit around and be a bench warmer and whole time your plan is to just fuck with them up until you get a spouse or somebody you feel like is worth it. Then you leave them high and dry. You see what I'm saying? That's bullshit. Honestly, you can't expect her to sit around for over 15 years. Y'all 50 years old still talking about this girlfriend and boyfriend shit. Like, y'all ain't married yet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not building towards nothing. Y'all just been playing house all these years. You know what I'm saying? But the way the world is, man, all of this negative energy that people is feeding you on these videos and even in real life, man, y'all actually listen to it like that's the way of the world. You see what I'm saying? That's not the way God intended it to be. You know what I mean? You're not the only prize and you're not always the victim. You see what I'm saying? It takes two for something to work. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I mean? People talk a good game, but when it actually comes down to actually forgiving people, giving compassion, you see what I'm saying? When it actually time to put in the work, they not ready to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. And it's not their fault. You know what I mean? You can't help that you serious and that person ain't. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with you. So, yeah, man, stop listening to just anything you hear. You know what I mean? I only take so much from certain videos and all that alpha male bullshit. I don't listen to that because you teaching people to be selfish and neglect her feelings. And same thing with females. Talking about move like a nigga. Like that shit, they are leading y'all in the wrong direction and y'all don't see it. It's crazy. It's real life crazy, bro. Like, damn, sometimes some people can be so smart they're stupid. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of intelligent people, but they be kind of like off when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. I'm not finna sit here and waste years of both of our lives, and when it's time to get serious, not take it all the way. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But expecting you to still do all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Expecting you to find all this time for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Because you know you ain't doing it for nobody else, so don't expect it. But anyways, hold yourself accountable for some of the shit that you be doing and how you be moving. You know what I'm saying? And stop listening to people that don't have your best interest, man. I'm telling you. At the end of the day, when you lose your shit, they still gonna be doing them. You know what I mean? They still gonna be living their life. They ain't gonna be fucking with you when they find that mate. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Don't use nobody to be no bench warmer. Don't have a motherfucker sitting here spending all this time with you and doing all this shit and investing both of y'all energy just to sit there and say, oh, well, I think I'm gonna go fuck around over here. You see what I'm saying? There's niggas that do it all the time and females that do it, bro. Ain't nobody safe. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, hold yourself accountable and be careful who you take advice from. That's all I can really say. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Y'all be easy out there.